Wherever you wind up, I think you should get three things from your education. And I'll just talk to you a little bit about those three things, because I do believe they're very important. The first is, I hope while you're in college, you will discover what you love to do. That is so important because it only gets harder to make that discovery later in life. For me, at Wesleyan, as my freshman year, I was working in a mental hospital in town. I was tutoring children. I was taking classes in fields I hadn't heard of before. I was meeting all kinds of cool people. I joined that fraternity, became the president and the cook. I needed a job. I discovered lots of things I didn't like to do, like washing the pots in that kitchen, and lots of things I really loved to do, like studying philosophy and psychology. And I saw people all around me having similar kinds of experiences, whether it was with music or biology, theater, religion. They were discovering things that really excited them intellectually, that gave them a sense of what meaningful work could be for them. And that process, while you're an undergraduate, of discovering what you love to do, is absolutely key to benefiting the most from having a liberal arts education. The second thing I hope that happens to you, whatever college or university you decide to go to, is that you will get better at what you love to do. We don't just want you to find that you have a passion for Javanese gamelan or for biophysics. That's okay, that's important. But we want you to get better at whatever you decide that you are engaged with, whatever you love to do. We want you to begin to do work, as Nancy said, at the highest level. Wesleyan is not a place just for fun and experimentation, just to find yourself and be transformed. No, 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 no. Wesleyan is a place where you should be challenged to work beyond what you thought your capacity was for work. Pushed to go beyond what you thought you could do in the fields that you love, so that you become a person capable not only of dedicated work, but of dedicated work in a field that you find most meaningful, most significant. So first thing, to discover what you love to do. Second thing, to get better at it. And the third thing is to find a way to share what you're doing with other people, whether that's by working in a team, by engaging with the community, by creating a job for yourself that nobody knew existed. Those three things, whatever college or university you choose to attend, should be the things that you take away from that college. It's a school that encourages you to have a broad education, although we have no requirements for what kinds of courses make up a broad education. That's up to you to figure out with your advisor. Some of you will do that very naturally. Some of you will do that with a little push from your advisor. Some of you will do that in 3 years, like I did, because you know where you're going afterwards. And people will say to you, I would imagine, given our economy and the culture we live in, people will say to you, you could have majored in business at Emory, someone might say to you, if you don't have the best friend. No, never mind. You could have done accounting at University X or College Y. Both certainly reasonable choices that people make. But if you go to a school like Wesleyan, if you go to a liberal arts school, you will be choosing a different kind of path. You will be choosing a path not to be trained for yesterday's job, not to spend 4 years and lots of money learning how to be prepared for the worst job you'll ever have, which will be the first job you get out of college. Instead, you will be learning how to learn for the rest of your life. You will be learning not only to solve problems that other people see in the world, you will be learning how to create opportunities. You will create the jobs of tomorrow, not be trained for the jobs of yesterday. The leaders of this economy and the people who are shaping the culture of the future are people who've had an education that is reflexive, that is, they're capable of thinking about it themselves, it has breadth, and it is a resource for lifelong learning. A liberal arts education, I believe, is the most practical form of education we have in America. And that's why it has been such an important part of the elite side of American higher education, because it is the place from which leaders emerge who start companies, who lead countries, who develop not-for-profit organizations, The graduates of Wesleyan University do not intend to respond to the culture that is created by other people. The graduates of Wesleyan University intend to shape that culture. And you can see it by the way the students behave on campus. The most dynamic thing about this university is the student culture. It's the students, through their traditions, through their energy, through their creativity, that make this university a place where learning takes place not just in the classroom with great faculty, but that learning takes place in every nook and cranny of this campus. It is an exciting place to be a student. It is a place not of competition, but of support, a place not of training, but of education. If you don't have a good time exploring it, don't come to school here, because it would be a mistake. If it seems to you to be the kind of place you will feel welcome and inspired, challenged and supported, then I hope I'll see you many times over the next few years. Thank you very much.